You know those lingering little projects that never seem to get done? The ones that are so close to the finish line but always end up on the later list? I like to call those the 10 percenters. That final 10% standing between almost done and actually done. Well, today I'm wrapping up not just one, but 3 of those projects. And this time it's for a client. We're giving their kitchen island a refresh after some everyday wear and tear, fixing up a windowsill that seemed some water damage and discoloration over time, and adding a little life back into a tired bathroom vanity. These are the kinds of details that might seem small, but finishing them makes a space finally feel finished. So if you've got your own list of 10 percenters, consider this your sign to tackle them. Let's get to work. First up on the list, the kitchen island. Like any high traffic zone, it was showing some wear, especially around the garbage cabinet door. No surprise here, it's probably opened 100 times a day. The client had actually tried to fix it before, but the paint they used didn't quite match the original. And once you see the difference, it's impossible to unsee. So I brought one of the drawer fronts to the paint store to get a custom color match, because patch jobs are great, but seamless is better. And while I was at it, I figured why not give the entire island a fresh coat? That way it wasn't just a repair, it looked brand new from every angle. Next up was this small bathroom vanity. Nothing major going on here. It just needed a little freshening up. With only 3 cabinet doors, this one was a fairly quick and simple job. A little cleaning, light sanding, and a fresh coat of paint was all it needed to feel updated again. Sometimes it doesn't take a full renovation, just a little attention to the parts that get the most use. And last but not least, this windowsill. Over time, there was some noticeable buildup right behind the faucet, most likely from a combo of water splashes, soap residue, and good old everyday dirt. It's actually pretty common, especially when the faucet sits this close to the window. That constant exposure adds up. To give it a fresh start, I sanded back the original finish. That's key, not just for smoothness, but to make sure the primer really grips and seals in any lingering stains. Once primed, I followed up with a durable paint that'll not only brighten the whole area, but actually hold up better long term. It's a subtle change, but it makes a big difference, especially in a space that gets used every single day. With the in-home portion finally wrapping up, it was time to eventually head back to my shop and finish the rest of the work. But this first part took a few days between sanding, 1 coat of primer, and 3 coats of paint. Everything needed plenty of dry time in between. But now that the base is done, the real transformation can begin. All the cabinet doors and drawer fronts came back with me to the workshop where I could control the environment and really dial in the finish. Now it's just me, the sprayer, and a whole lot of patience. Before I start on these cabinet doors, I just want to quickly mention something I never sand without, and that's my base camp mask. Seriously, if you do any kind of refinishing, sanding, or spraying, this thing is a lifesaver. Super comfortable, good coverage, and it doesn't fog up my glasses, which is saying something. And if you want to grab one yourself, you can use my discount code IAFT10 to get 10% off. I'll drop the link in the description below so it's easy to find. So let's get back to sanding. Okie dokie. Don't want paint on my fingers today. Always prime kitchen cabinets. These are going to get a lot of wear and tear, especially the ones around the high traffic areas, like for example, the one that maybe your utensils are in or where your garbage cans are. You're always gonna get a little wear and tear, and some of your paint is gonna fail at some point. And that's why I always give my clients extra paint. Even I at home have to do touch-ups on my kitchen. The best way to paint these in my shop are to hang them. And I have some hooks. So what you do is you drill on the side that people cannot see. So if it's down low, it's going to be on the bottom. These are all down low. So down here is where I'm going to drill a couple of holes. And then put these little screws in, or these little hooks. When you're done, you can hang them up to dry, and that way you can do both sides. You don't have to wait. that.
You want to know the life? This is the life. I'm drenched because it's very muggy here today. Those took a while. It's kind of hard to paint white because you want to make sure you get good coverage. It's just hard to see, but I think they look good.
Cabinet doors are all dried up and they look amazing. That finish, I don't know if you can see it, looks fantastic. So what I'm gonna do is take these out, fill them, and then these should be ready to go. With the cabinet doors finally painted and cured, it was time to get them reinstalled and bring this project home. Now, I wish I could say everything went back on without a hitch, but this garbage pullout had other plans. Lining it up just right and getting it secured needed a second set of hands, so I ended up leaving that one for the client to help out with later. In the meantime, I got the rest of the doors back on, and let me tell you, this is the part that makes all the prep work worth it. Seeing everything come together is the best kind of payoff. This entire job was really about tackling those last 10% projects, the ones we all tend to put off. For this client, that meant freshening up the kitchen island after years of wear and tear, cleaning up a water-stained windowsill behind the faucet, and giving their bathroom vanity a clean new look. Whether it's patching drywall, swapping out dated hardware, repainting a trim piece, or even caulking around a sink, every home has its own version of those lingering little jobs. Maybe it's not a total transformation, but giving attention to that last 10%, that's what turns a household into a finished, comfortable home. So if you've got a few of those projects hiding in plain sight, this is your sign. Take a weekend, grab a paintbrush, and knock one out. You'll be glad you did it. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.